Okay, I know we all heard the news about Nikola Jokic dropping around 30 to 35 pounds. We were all just shocked. I was looking at the picture and the videos whenever he was discussing a few of his teammates in practice as well as talking with different members. Uh, Looked like Kristaps Porzingis, literally 95% the same. Dropped 35 pounds, which is crazy. We're going to go over today in this video how this is going to affect the Denver Nuggets' success, their playing style, as well as the playing style of Jokic, of how he's normally been as a player, used to his advantage of his size and his weight, and as well as what we can expect for this regular season and the playoffs that are coming here. Now, if you're the coach, Mike Malone, as well as the GM and owner, this is a good thing. He's being healthy, but as well as the size and weight of Jokic being 7 foot, around starting the season at 284 pounds. He had a different type of playing style to where he can bully different players, push them around in the post, collect offensive, defensive boards. He likes to play in the perimeter, kind of mid-range sometimes. He can put his back to the basket, hand off screens to Jamal Murray or different players, or while he's doing that same motion of back to the basket around the free throw line, he can hit you with the no-look bounce pass of a cutter, as well as hit you off for the three or coming off a screen. He's a great passer. This I could see this is where it can help him out in the fast break. Usually on the fast break, like a Draymond Green likes to pick up the ball and make plays. Same thing with Jokic. He's a little slower when it comes to the fast break, but he can still run it. He likes to do that. So losing around 30 to 35 pounds, this is going to be helpful for him on the fast break. Now on the front court or in the half court, this is making me think to where losing around that much weight, he doesn't have muscle. He's a European player to where he doesn't work out to where he has muscle for him. So he's more lengthy. With losing that weight and that fat, he's going to get pushed around. I think maybe they may consider, they'll start him at the 5 a couple times, see how the team plays and he adjusts, if there's success or not. If that's not the case, I would probably to look possibly moving him to the power forward position, kind of like a Kristaps Porzingis. It depends. It's kind of up in the air. Paul Millsap is their starting power forward. He's smaller. He's around 6'7", 6'8". This is something to where you're probably gonna have to put Mason Plumlee as your starting 5, put Jokic at the 4. That's a stretch for now. I would give it the regular season, maybe in a couple playoff games, and maybe for next season reevaluate if he needs to gain back the weight, or if he loses the weight, that's fine. Just hit the weight room. He can focus on that for this season. But the reason for Nikola Jokic, he said playing weight because so he was starting around the very beginning of the season around 284, around in that range. But this is what he says. So Denver Nuggets center Nikola Jokic said on Friday that he's playing weight between 275, 280 to give himself a strategic advantage. Now, Jokic feels as though carrying the extra weight makes him more difficult to handle on the court. He quotes, "To be honest, I like to be a little bit heavier, like how I am right now. I was lighter than this, say 15 pounds, but I didn't feel right because the guys are pushing me. I was not that heavy. I was light. I just needed a little bit more weight to keep up with those guys." Same thing as I'm saying as of right now. With Nikola Jokic losing not 15 but 30, 35 pounds, he's going to get pushed around in the post. But we have to see, man. He was balling last season, and then this season he gained a lot of weight in the very beginning during media day. We were all kind of baffled by that, but now he's switched up. He's going Jonah Hill all up on us. So right now he's officially listed, same thing, 7 foot, 250 pounds. And within Nikola Jokic, he doesn't have any muscle, so this is something he needs to really look for this offseason to build for that. He's only 25 years old. This is actually, there's a lot of crazy stuff that's been going on with the NBA and the coronavirus. But with something like this going on, who knows what can happen. So during the regular season, he actually did average around 20 points, 11 rebounds, and roughly around 7 assists per game. And there's a lot of 7-footers out there that aren't considered great passers. Jokic has always been a great passer, hitting up the assist for his teammates. It's that European style of mind. They like to play team basketball all together. I don't know. This is something we can see very differently with Jokic, but we'll have to see what happens in the playoffs, especially this regular season. Well, actually, what I'm going to do right here is, so in NBA 2K, he was 280. We pushed him actually to 250. You don't see that much of a change. Uh, but what we did right here is we're actually going to put Porzingis in the game because I think that's very similar. See how these cats kind of play together. Okay, so I did actually put Kristaps Porzingis as the 5, gave him kind of the similar number 16, which was going to be 15 for Jokic, but this is kind of a more realistic way I could see how this could be translated in real life. As you can see, he's much more thinner than Jokic in this game. I moved him down to 7 feet, just like Jokic. Kristaps right now is like 6'3" in real life, moved him to 7-footer, but we can see the difference of if I were to put him in the post, how DeAndre Ayton, different other posts can push him around directly. With Jokic, he's always been a great mid-range shooter. When it comes to three-pointers, he's probably most likely going to have to work on that more. He's going to have to be pushed more into the perimeter. This is going to change the way the Nuggets play their style because they've always had a big man like Jokic who can really, work the offense in different ways. A very divergent type of way. But if we put right here with KP or the new Jokic, he's going to have to come off a lot of screens, pick and roll, pick and pop most likely. I don't know. This is very weird. This resembles to Kevin Love. I said this in an earlier video when Kevin Love was on the Timberwolves. He was a walking double-double very easily. Can give you 20 and 20. No big deal about it. He was heftier like Jokic. Jokic is a better passer. Kevin Love can hit you on those outlets, but Kevin Love will post you up. He can hit it from the outside. Credit, when you're looking at Kevin Love, he wasn't on a playoff team. He can just pretty much do whatever he wants when it comes to that. Jokic plays more on a team-centric type. He doesn't go, ham on the offensive side. But I don't know. I'm very excited. This is actually, I'm skeptical but excited because the NBA has been crazy, and this is actually a good storyline and a good story of how he can develop to play at 7 feet. This is something on the fast break he's going to take advantage of. Again, I probably would put him at the 5 for a couple games, see how they play, if it's that much of a difference or not. Then as well as for that, you may have to move him to the 4, look for a starting center free agency. So the different centers can go against him. But overall, I don't know, guys. Tell me what you feel. This is a funny story, but Jokic losing 30 pounds.